PGATour2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this third round action. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam here as we keep an eye on this player who's been trailing in the tournament but has a real opportunity today.
They do. They need to get out there, though, and start firing at some flags. They've been playing very conservative all week long, and you can't continue to do that with any hopes of winning. You have to go ahead and start trying to take advantage of the conditions. Hit it close a few more times. And until they start doing that, I don't see them catching the leaders.
Well, it's time for the preamble to be set aside. Let's get into the action. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Second shot here on the first. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. It's just a tad offline, that one. Headed towards the left. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Ooh, right by the hole. A birdie putt awaits. Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
I can't believe he found the green from a lie like that. Great stuff.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. It's currently tied for 4th. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Quality shot, that one. Second shot here on the third. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. This is their look at birdie.
Oh, so close. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Currently 4 under for the event. Teeing off now on this par 3.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Going with the 5-iron here. Well played. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. Yeah, that's lovely weight. Getting it right up by the hole. Excellent job. Trailing by 4 strokes. We have a par 4 on this one.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, wonderful shot, and a chance for birdie at the 5th. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. And well holed. Let's move on. And that will take him to 5 under. He finds himself in a share of 4th. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
What an incredible design this is, and it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Ooh. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Just didn't drop. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
Nice little par putt here.
He's currently sitting in 4th position. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here. Well played, mate. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, this one's right at the pin. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of 3rd spot.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Oh, well played. And that will move him to 6 under par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
This one from about 160 yards out.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Going with the 6-iron here. Uh-oh, this one's airmailing the green. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
A bit too much club there.
Ooh, that almost went down. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup. That limits the damage. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we go. The 10th hole.
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flagstick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
And this putt to move into 3rd. Oh, be the right club today. Yes! And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Here we have a par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe?
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Time for the second shot at the 11th. From the sand, are they able to get up and down? Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. Putting for birdie here. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Going with a 3-wood here. Is this one heading into the sand? Yeah. Well, it's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Sitting at 7 under, tied for second place. Yeah, good effort, that one, out of the bunker. Just a short par putt needed on this hole. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. This hole here is a par 4.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, just missed. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is important. Big par putt here.
That's well holed. Currently at 7 under for the tournament. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2-hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This is a par putt. Okay, let's head to the next. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Going with the 7. Should find the green. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 8 under. He's currently in the 2nd position. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
Lovely effort, that. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Wow, that's misjudged. This putt is about 8 feet. Yep, nice to make a mid-range par putt. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
That won't get a good lie, I'm sure. Sitting at 8 under, just behind the leader. And here we are with their fourth. Just 3 strokes back. How good was that bunker shot? This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Now this is important. This for par.
Currently 8 under for the tournament. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
Opting for the 6-iron.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Oh, standing ovation after that shot.
Pretty much guarantees a birdie for this player.
And that will do it for this player today. And with that, their round comes to an end. Rich, this player seems to be in pretty good position out there today.
Yeah, still hanging around the top 10, but listen, they need to have a fairly flawless final round if they want to win this tournament.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.